Hello, boys and girls. We're here to tell you a story using the stringed instruments of the orchestra.
It is a story you might know very well, but I doubt whether you have heard it in quite the way we're going to tell it to you. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears. The mama bear says, "Hello." The papa bear says, "Hello." The baby bear says, "Hi." One day, they sat down at the table to enjoy their bowls of porridge. The mama bear tasted her porridge and said, "My porridge is too hot." The papa bear tasted his porridge and said, "Mine too." He always said that. The baby bear tried his porridge and said, "Mine too. Let's go for a walk." Off the 3 bears went for a walk. Now who should come along but Goldilocks?
Yes, singing and dancing, not a care in the world as she went through the woods. Goldilocks saw a cabin up ahead, so she walked right up and knocked on the door.
No one came to the door, so she knocked a little louder. There was still no answer, so very quietly she opened the door. Goldilocks smelled something, so she went into the kitchen. There were 3 bowls of porridge, and she sat down and tried the first one. "This porridge is too hot," she said. She tried the second bowl. "This porridge is too cold." But the third one was just right, and she ate it up. Slurp, slurp, slurp. Then she went into the living room, and she saw the biggest entertainment system you have ever seen. There was a flat-screen TV with Blu-ray and all the games you could possibly want. She turned it on, and here is what she saw. Watched that for a few minutes, and then she went into another room that had a middle-sized TV. She turned it on, and this is what she saw.
What was it she was watching?
Yes, Looney Tunes. Well, Goldilocks was very tired after watching too much TV.
So she tiptoed up the stairs. Can you use your fingers and tiptoe up the stairs? Well, at the top of the stairs, she saw a huge bed.
And sat down on it. She said, "This bed is too hard." So she sat down on a middle-sized bed. She said, "This bed is too soft."
Then she sat down on a very small bed. There was an iPod next to it. She turned it on and lied down and heard. What is Goldilocks doing?
Snoring.
I'll bet you didn't know Goldilocks snored.
About this time, the three bears were coming back to the house. They went into the kitchen. The mama bear smelled her porridge. Can you sniff like a bear? She said, someone's been eating my porridge. Papa Bear said, mine too. Baby Bear said, mine too, and it's all gone. The three bears went into the living room. The mama bear put her big paw on the TV, and it was still warm. She said, someone's been watching TV. The papa bear put his paw next to his TV and said, then Baby Bear said, where's my iPod? Then the three bears thought they heard something. They went over to the stairs and tiptoed up together. When they got to the top of the stairs, the mama bear looked at the wrinkled bedspread and whispered, someone's been sleeping in my bed. Papa Bear, who was by now terrified, whispered, Baby Bear looked in his bed and screamed, mine too, and she's got my iPod. Well, that woke Goldilocks up. She ran down the stairs, through the kitchen, opened the door, shut the door, down the walk and out the gate. But, boys and girls, since this is a fairy tale, we can say that everyone lived happily ever after.